What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of the Long Dark Wintermute. My name is Splattercat, happy to have you here today as we go deer hunting. Now, some of you have expressed some concerns that survival school had not really gone down, and so it appears as though I didn't really get that quest. It's okay. Like, we can go shoot a deer, and we can go, well, maybe I should go back to Jeremiah. Let me see if I can go back to Jeremiah and accept the quest, although I know where the deer are at. The deer are going to be at the base of the hunting lodge. If you go to the destroyed hunting lodge, that little area over there where there's a bunch of stumps and whatnot, like right over that way. If you go over there, I promise you, there will be deer. And so I'm a little bit conflicted right now. I don't know if I should go. So here's the thing. I don't know if I should go and I should shoot a deer and bring back deer meat and then just be like, here you go, I got it, and turn the quest in. I don't know if that'll work or if it's a very specific deer that the game wants me to shoot. And so we've kind of got to take a chance here. We've got to take a chance on deer. But up over this hill rise, there will be deer. And so maybe we should just... We already spent all this time walking over here. Maybe I should just go shoot a deer and we'll take the meat back and we'll see that if after we accept the quest, maybe it'll work. I don't know if I accepted it or not. It says survival school is all that it says in my journal. And so you guys raised an excellent question in the comments that I wasn't super sure how to answer. I didn't think that I saw an affirmative or a negative thing. I thought that he just talked to us and then it would add it on in there. So it says attend his survival school. I don't know. Let's go shoot a deer, and then we'll take it back, and if he's upset about it, we got to shoot another deer. Well, I guess that means we'll just have excess meat. It's also a good time where I can tell you, if you've never hunted before, I can be like, I can show you where to shoot a deer. I don't know if it's accurate in this game or what it's going for, but in general, the place you want to shoot a deer, it kind of changes depending on whether or not you wanted to keep a trophy after you, like, skin the deer and you take everything out. I grew up in a family where, well, not in a family, but my family didn't hunt too much. We occasionally did things like squirrel hunt or turkey hunt, something like that. I've been out hunting before, although I've gotten skunked on most of the occasions that I go out hunting. There was just nothing really around. There should be deer over here somewhere. Let's keep an eye out for them. We probably want to move a little bit slowly, but deer in general are almost always over here. Like almost every single time there's a deer over here, so I'm hoping we'll get lucky in that regard. I don't see them, though. I don't see them. There's almost always deer over here, so it's going to be disappointing if there's not. Is that one right there? That is one right there. See, I told you. There's always deer over here. I've never been to this location and, like, not been able to find a deer. But, yeah, in order to shoot a deer, you kind of want to shoot above their shoulder because that's where their entire, like, I don't even know what it's called. The entire cavity where their lungs and their heart are. That's where you want to shoot them so they suffer the least. If you can get them right through the heart, fantastic. They should drop pretty quick. If you wing them in a lung, they're going to stagger out for a couple of minutes, and you got to follow the blood trail. And that's basically the way that it works in real life. At least that's what I was taught, is that you shoot them right above the shoulder. So we're probably not going to be able to get a super close shot here so that I can be like, that's exactly where you shoot them. Going for a headshot is something that, like, people that are professional hunters that, like, cull deer will do. They'll actually try to get them right in the head. You go from, like, their eyeball and you go back by, like, an inch or so because they're not interested in collecting the meat or the hides or anything else like that. They're just trying to control the deer population because, frankly, the deer population is explosive. Here where I live, there are deer everywhere, and they are just rowdy-ass, like, city deer that just run all over the place and act hella rowdy. Like, seriously, there are a lot of deer around here. There are deer everywhere. And everybody's like, oh my god, it's a deer. So this shot right here is sketchy. We don't really want to take this shot because we'll risk winging his ass, and we don't really want to do that. We want to get him right in a sweet spot. Did he go around the corner right there? I suppose I could go straight through the front right there. That'd work. Let me see what I can do here. I'd love it if the shot would line up, though. Damn. That wiggly-ass reticle. That thing is not messing around. That thing is not messing... That reticle is all over the place because our shooting skill is low. There we go. We got him on that one. And so now we just want to let his ass bleed out. Sorry, I keep hitting the C key to uncrouch. I don't know if I want to waste another shot on him. He's already hit. So he should bleed out pretty quick. I don't know. We could put another one on him, I guess. Jesus. Our character's shooting skill is like non-existent. There we go. So 4 rounds to get 1 deer. That is absolutely atrocious. That is beyond atrocious, especially when it was lined up and it was shooting low and whatnot. So there's our deer carcass right there. We've got 8 kilograms of meat on this side. My suggestion would be that, yeah, we take the whole thing. I'm going to take the hide and the gut, too, just in case. With the hunting knife, it should be a little bit quicker, so keep that in mind, too. Our cold level, it actually looks like we're fairly balanced out as far as that's concerned. And so we've got our deer, but we're out in the middle of the night now. And that is not something I find to actually be a really good gamble. So I'm going to head back. I'm going to try and get to the little lodge over here. We'll do what we got to do to make it through the night, and then we'll take this back to Jeremiah. And I think that'll be exactly where we're going to call it a day. Hopefully I can find the hunting lodge. We got a little bit of a blizzard in front of us, and so that is going to change things. Alternatively, we could spend the night outside, but I didn't really bring a bag with me. Our temperature is fine, though. Surprisingly enough, our temperature is good, which I didn't expect to see, so let's head back to the hunting lodge. It'll be alright. It's funny how my navigational skills are still good, even in the pitch black. It's just like I've played this map so much, like I know it like the back of my hand, so even when it's dark like this, I'm usually able to pull this together, and so there's the hut right there. That's like the level of familiarity you want to get to with maps in this game, though. It'll make things a lot easier if like you're so familiar that you can kind of roll things around. I'm good with this zone. I'm pretty good with the coastal highway. I'm solid with the Desolation Point. I know my way around Desolation Point really well, although sometimes I pick the wrong mine when I'm trying to get back to where I want to go. We need to feed ourselves inside of here. That's going to be our next best goal. We also need to boil off some water. If we don't boil off some water, I think we're going to have issues too. We've got an MRE right here. I don't think we're going to have much of a choice aside from eating it. We got to refill our stomach. Gots to refill our stomach. So there it is. Stomachs refill. We'll go ahead and get our water levels back up too. Perfect. Everything's looking good. And so now all we want to do is sleep until morning. So give me 10 hours of sleep right there, although I doubt we're going to make it through the night. We might be better off. Flashlight's not going to work, so let's go ahead and we'll break out the lantern real fast. And what I'd like to actually do is, if we're not tired yet, I can take a lot of these books, and I may be able to boil off some water just using books. Is there anything else laying around here? We got a stack of papers. I don't see a lot of other resources around. I could break down a shelf, but like how long is that going to take me? You know what I mean? 15 minutes to get that done? Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll break that down right there. How much lantern fuel do I have remaining? I'm a little concerned about that too. This bench over here is worth 4. We got 30 minutes. Can I break this down in the dark? I'd prefer to break this down in the dark if I can. Just kind of save the resources. Yeah, I got to break it down with lights. Okay. Let me go outside real fast. Let me see what kind of water I can get put together. If I can get us some water supplies, I'd feel better about this whole thing. So we got the campfire right here. Let's go ahead and get that going. I have accelerant, so that'll give us a 100% chance of success. Let's go ahead. It's too windy to start a fire there. Oh, I got to find like a nook. Can I get around the back of the building? Will that help? There we go. I've got wind shielding back here. That'll work. There we go. I am going to use accelerant. We'll start this fire off. There we go. It's not a lot, but it should be enough to get us some snow boiled off. So I'm going to go with 2 gallons, or I'm sorry, 2 liters of snow right here. We'll try to boil it, although depending on what the wind decides to do, this might be difficult. And so I can purify it. How many of these do I have? Yeah, just purify it with pills. Purify it with pills. Actually, if I can avoid boiling anything right now, given our limited wood supply, sounds like a decent enough plan to me. And then melt off another liter. See if we can get another liter in there. With 3 liters, we've got enough water to last us a while. And I think that'll make me happy. We don't want to go to sleep until the night is almost like half over. Yup, purify a little bit more. People don't use their purification pills in this game because a lot of the time you don't have to. But like, I'd throw it out there every now and again. Just use the purification pills when you have to. And I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go. I'm going to be super unsafe and leave a fire lit out behind my wooden house because I don't care. I don't care. If we die out here, oh well, I guess we die. What's up with my bed over here? Where's the bed at? There it is. We will go like 8 hours of sleep. I doubt we're going to need 8 hours of sleep. I sincerely doubt we're going to make it 8 hours. We're probably going to wake up wildly awake, given the limited amount of time there is, but we need to try and make it till morning. So it's almost morning. We're starting to get some of our sunlight back. We do need water. That's why I boiled that off right there. That's exactly the reason. Aside from that, cattail stalks are probably going to have to get us through today. We do have deer meat around. I'm going to try and do my best to get that boiled off as best as possible. But for right now, it's not going to be a real option that I'm going to entertain. We should have enough food levels to last us for the rest of the day. We're sitting at 38 kilograms of weight, so we're a little bit overweight, but I think we'll be good. How is the light level looking outside? Do we have enough ambient light to get moving? We do. We have enough ambient light to get moving, so let's just go ahead and do that then. I'm going to make my way back to the Hunter's Lodge. I will see you when we arrive. I think that, yeah, Hopefully this quest works. We shot a deer. We wasted a ton of ammo, which makes me feel like an idiot. But frankly, when you're like low level at shooting, like we are, we're really low level at shooting, the bullet kind of does strange things here and there. It can do some really odd stuff. We are carrying deer meat with us right now, so wolves are going to be like naturally attracted to us. They're just going to come after us like it is what it is. It's part of the game. You have like a stinkiness level that the wolves can lock in on, and we are mighty stinky right now, so hopefully we don't have any horrid events on our way back. I'd prefer to avoid it. I do hope at some point they add in just a little addition here. I would really love for them to add in your strength leveling up, in all honesty. That's one of those big features in this game that I've always wanted, is if you carry overloaded weights for long periods of time and you suffer with the effects of that, your character should get stronger in increments of like 3 to 4 kilograms. It should level up like 5 times, and each time you should get like an extra 3 kilograms of weight you can carry without problems. It goes without saying that 30 kilograms is really not that bad in terms of backpacking. It's like 60-ish pounds, 70 pounds. I don't know. I'd have to do the conversion real fast. I don't know exactly the weight conversion. I can't do it in my head anyways. I'm just not that smart. But the truth of the matter is 30 kilograms shouldn't be too bad. Like I've done in general, when you're trying to go backpacking, I aim for like 60 to 70 pounds in my backpack, and that's for like an all-day walk, like 8 hours of hiking, 7 hours of hiking, and you should be all right so long as you've got a backpack that's designed to distribute the weight evenly across your body. It shouldn't be that bad. You should be all right. If you're untrained, you might struggle with it a little bit. Is this our guy over here? I was going to say, is my navigation still good? My navigation is still good. God, it feels good to be validated. Feels good to be validated, but I would love to see strength level up. It's one of the things that's always been missing from this game, is that your character doesn't get stronger. If you keep him well fed, and you keep him hydrated, and you keep him with a heavy weight, I feel like your weight allotment should go up over time by little bits. Even if it was just like 2 kilograms per level up, being able to go up to a maximum of 40 kilograms and move normal speed, and then also be able to carry up to 50 would be really great. It'd be fantastic, and you can make it take time. I don't mind if it takes a while to get to that level of like proficiency. I'm just saying, it's one of those things that I'd like to see. I'm gonna run out of ammo pretty soon. We only got 4 bullets left. I gotta make sure these next couple shots that I pick are good ones. I hope this dude doesn't take all of my meat. I'm kind of tempted to drop some of the meat outside the front door and then carry like 1 kilogram in with me and give that to him. If he takes all of my meat right now, we're actually gonna find ourselves in a really bad situation as far as our food is concerned. So is this wood box accessible out here? This bin is accessible. Okay. I'm actually going to do exactly that. I'm going to drop this off in here, and I'm only going to take like 2 kilograms in with me, just in case. I don't know what's going to happen when I turn this in, and so I prefer to keep it. We need food. We need food really badly. Water is not a concern, but food is a definite concern. What's up, G? So storyline mode, survival lessons. So he wants to do survival skills. We can do hunting. There it is. Take the shot, don't miss. All right. Yep, I'm ready. I'll give it a shot. And I have bagged one, so here we go. Yay, survival lessons. Let's talk about it. I've brought you back some wolf meat, or some... I've brought it back to you, though. Maybe I have to give it to him? So as I had feared, it's actually a specific deer he wants me to shoot. That's really bad. Like, that's super bad, because it means I just wasted, like, half of my ammo. I don't like it when developers do stuff like that. Like, why does it matter that I shot a deer over here versus I shot a deer right here? It shouldn't matter too much, right? Little frustrating, little irritating. But he said he wanted venison. A deer is a deer. Apparently, I've got to go shoot a specific deer. I don't have any ammo left, is the main problem. So, unless he's going to gift unto me some ammo, we've got some serious issues here. With 4 bullets left, it looks like we've only got a couple of lessons left to go. Maybe he'll turn me on to, I don't know, I'm just going to cook this deer meat, whatever. It's gamey venison, but we've got food nonetheless, so I'm going to keep the rest of it in the crate out there. We'll go back. We can do this with the magical power of editing, I suppose. I don't know. It's not something that I like. Deer meat is deer meat. If he asks me for venison, any venison should count. It shouldn't have to be from a very specific deer that I shoot. Like, I don't know if this guy's got him out here like Bambi. He's, like, named them all. Or how he knows which deer I shot. But apparently I gotta go shoot a deer. So let's go. Little salty about it. Not super salty, but little salty. Little salty. We've got enough meat and water to last us, so we'll just be on our way. So as it turns out, I was wrong about my ammo supply. I tried reloading a minute ago, and I don't think it reloaded. But I just tried to reload it right now. And he inserted a stripper clip and got 5 more bullets, so hell. We've got some more ammo. We've got a full clip. I don't feel that bad about it. Ride with the full clip. You know, I never understood that statement. When rappers say they ride with a full clip, right? I don't think that makes you more badass. Like, that just means to me that you've, like, never busted shots at anybody. Like, if somebody's like, oh, I ride with a half clip, I'd be like, ugh, this dude's licking shots at kids. This dude's out there just booka, taking them. But, like, ride with a full clip, that just means you got a pristine gun and you're afraid to use it. You know what I mean? Like, alright. He saw me. Shit. I didn't expect him to see me from that deep out. That's a long shot, though, and not one that I'm super enthusiastic about taking. He'll probably kite back. Dude, this is a long-ass shot right here. Especially when there's stray, because my character's, like, level 1 at shooting. Got him right in the neck. He's down. Okay, I'm pleased with that shot right there. It was a little high. Shoot him in the neck like that. Yeah, he'll bleed out. He'll definitely bleed out, but I feel bad about it. I feel bad about it. You usually want to shoot him like right about here, above the shoulder, when you shoot at him. I will take everything off the carcass. Let's grab everything. We don't know what we're going to need, so let's go ahead and take a couple hours and get this thing dissected on up. Cool. Got him. Am I done here? Is it going to want me to go back? So, I got to get 10 kilograms. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, so any deer meat does work. Any deer meat does work. I'm so happy about that. I mean, we still had to go out and shoot another deer. We still had to go out and shoot another deer. But okay, I rescind everything I ever said. Deer meat is deer meat. We checked the quest log. Cool. Salt has been removed from my system. All right, well done, developers. I'm just an asshole who doesn't verify my sources. The Trapper's Cabin. Not too bad. Not too bad of a day. Not too bad of a day. We withstood the forces of unending salt, which I think is always a good thing to get out of your system early in the day. And we've got enough meat right now. I think this guy wants 3.5 kilos now. He was at 6.6. How much is in here? 6.5. All right, so we need to drop 10 in here. So there you go. There's the 10 portions of meat that we needed to drop off at this location. And so our journal is updated now officially. We are done with the first little chunk of his survival lessons. I'm going to stand over here while I talk to him to get my heat back up. Get heated. Survival lessons. Let's talk survival skills. What do you want to tackle? We will go... Is there more? Harvestable plants. Okay. We've got clothing. So what do I need to know about clothing? It's damn cold out there, right? What you wear might make the difference between life and death. I'm listening. Wind or wet will kill you if you let it. Wear wind-blocking clothes on the outside and use natural shelter whenever possible. Wind will drop your core temperature quickly. Before you know it, you have hypothermia or worse. With wetness, that one's obvious. You get wet from snowfall falling through ice, whatever, and in these winters, you get frostbite in no time. Wear waterproof clothing if you can, especially on your feet. If your clothes get wet, dry them out by a fire. Think about your carrying weight. The heavier your clothing, the less food and other supplies you can carry. And remember, you want some tough layers to protect you from falls and animals, especially these days. Remember, though, it's not good enough to have good gear if you don't take care of it. Needles and threads are your friends. Keep your clothing in good shape and it'll take care of you. Sacrifice shitty gear you find to keep your better gear in action. Now go prove it. Take this old parka of mine. There's an old lookout tower just off the railway. Usually some Forestry Service gear in there. Use their supplies to repair my old parka. I'm telling you, I understand this. Okay, so yeah, I'll take that then. So I can't take multiples of these at the exact same time, but our warmth is looking pretty good. I'm actually going to utilize his fire to do some of this stuff over here. So we got the venison. I need to leave the gut and everything else inside of here to cure. And so I think we already dropped the sapling down in here. So instead what we want to do now is let's drop some deer hides in here. We'll drop some deer gut in here. That'll get our weight down ever so slightly so that we can run again. I just need to be able to move. We've got harvestable plants right there that we've already taken care of. I'll eat some cattail stalks real fast to keep ourselves solid. And then actually I would boil off some water too while we're here maybe. Actually, I don't know. Our water supply looks okay, as does our food supply. I think we've got enough water for like a day and a half left, 2 days. Got enough food left for a bit too. But we got like a sizable walk in front of us, and so I don't like carrying a ton of weight with me while I walk. I think he's going to tell me to go fishing too, but we'll probably eat most of this venison within the next day or so. So I'm going to cook it all up. I don't know what our cooking skill is looking like as far as the game is concerned, but he wants us to go to the Forestry Service lookout. I don't know where exactly that's at. The one that I'm familiar with is destroyed. That no longer exists. And so we'll have to take a look at the map. We probably need a climbing spot to get up there or something like that. That seems to be the curse of my condition right now. Let me get this gaming thing taken care of, and then we'll get back out on the road, and we'll see if we can get that parka done. I was hoping it was going to be something simple, like come back with all your gear at 100% or something like that, which I was like, oh, well, I keep my gear in fairly good repair, so this shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to manage that without too many problems. Let me eat some food real fast. There we go. And so we ate that entire steak. That's looking good. As long as I can get us down below 40, we'll be solid. Did I leave my bedroll in here, or am I carrying my bedroll with me? What did I do with my bedroll? It's laying there on the floor. I don't know if I should carry a bedroll with me. Tough call. Where is he telling me to go? So we've got the derailment over there. So it looks like it's directly to the left of the spot where the train went down, I think. The deadfall area right here, this is where the old... No, this one over here is where the destroyed lookout is. So that's what we're looking at right there. I wonder if I need climbing gear to get there. I wonder if I need climbing gear to get up there. This concerns me. I just don't know what gear to bring with me right now. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. We're close enough to where we can sleep inside the ski station if we really need to. But I'm going to head back over that way, and we'll kind of see what we're looking for on this side, because frankly, I don't know. I think we should take a minute and talk about gun safety too. It's always bothered me in this game. It's just one of those things that bothers me, as like I own firearms, like I've taken firearm safety courses, like I grew up around firearms and whatnot. When you're walking through the forest with a rifle, you should never have your finger on the trigger like this guy does right here. That is horrible gun safety. I realize we're in a survival situation. Our chances of shooting somebody are pretty low, but think about it in terms of your own safety. All it takes is for you to stumble over a boulder and twitch your fingers slightly. Like, I have firearms that I own that have hair triggers. Like, I have a couple of pistols that are like, if the hammer's back, if you sneeze and your finger is on that trigger, it might go off because it takes very little pressure to discharge that firearm once you've pulled the hammer back. Like, in the case of this gun, I don't know what the poundage is on an Enfield for, like, I don't know how much pressure you have to put on the trigger for an Enfield once it's ready to go. Like, once it's ready to rock and the receiver is all ready to go. But in general, kids, don't walk with your finger on the trigger like this. This right here, very bad gun safety. Horrible gun safety. Your finger should definitely be on the side of the receiver while walking like this. Or even better, just put the gun in a strap on your back. I know I told my character to carry the gun like this, but his finger should not be on the trigger right now. Your finger don't go on the trigger until you have already sighted in what it is you are going to shoot at, and you have it like dead bang. Then finger goes to the trigger, then you inhale. At the top of your inhale, squeeze the trigger. All good to go. But, yeah, the long dark. That's one of the very few things in this game that every time I see this dude walking with his finger on the trigger like that, every single time I'm just like, oh, that's just waiting for an accident to happen. Because I don't know. I don't know with this rifle how hard you have to actually put pressure on the trigger for it to fire. I don't have an Enfield. But I do have a shotgun. And my shotgun, if it's ready to go, like, you don't have to squeeze real hard for that thing to go off. Like, you really sincerely don't. Like, a sneeze while your finger is on the trigger would probably do it. I've got a pistol that's the same way. I've got another pistol that, like, I wouldn't be quite as worried about your finger being on the trigger because you got to put some serious squeeze. My revolver, anyways. You got to put some real squeeze on that trigger in order to get it to go. Even with the hammer back, you've got to put a decent amount of pressure on that trigger to get it to go. But, yeah, gun safety, kids. Be safe with guns. If you're going to be at the shooting range or anything else or out hunting, gun safety is important. Just remember, this is a tool that's capable of killing someone. This is a tool that's capable of, like, removing someone's limb if it's higher caliber enough. And just because you're in, like, just because you're alone in a survival situation does not mean for a second you should not be safe about a gun, because wounding yourself in this situation would be pretty bad too. Probably not going to turn out real great. I don't think we have the energy level to make it to the next location that we want to go to. And so my current predicament is I'm thinking that we're just going to chillax over here for a little while. I might take a second and we'll break down some of this wood right here while the sun's still shining in order to get some water going. I think that like 9 reclaimed wood is going to be fantastic. It is getting a little bit darker now. I'll probably use this time to maybe make myself like a little supply. We got 50% chance right there. Do I have anything else that's going to allow me to light this thing up a little easier? Let me look for a book around here. I don't tend to pick up books, and so there we go. There's a book on the shelf that I think will buff our chances of lighting a fire and get it, yeah, 90%, so I can save some accelerant. It's going to take a minute, though, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't think we're going to make it to the derailment tonight. I just don't see it with our current energy level. Yeah, firearm safety is important. I highly recommend anybody that's going to own a firearm for the first time. This is a conversation for Americans out there, I guess. My Americans that are in the audience. We're a gun-happy people. We like guns. We just do. I don't know what it is. Something in our national character that, like, everybody I know owns a gun. Multiple guns. Most people I know have 5 or 6. I'm actually on the low end of the spectrum. I only own like 2 or 3. But, yeah. Gun safety. If you're going to own a gun, you should definitely know how to disassemble it, reassemble it. You should definitely know how to own that gun safely. It's your responsibility as a firearms owner to understand the situation and just, you know, be safe about it. I'm going to boil off 5 liters of snow real fast, and then I'll probably store it inside one of these cabinets over here because we don't have the weight to carry it. So there we go. Perfect. Go ahead and take that right there. Awesome. And so we've got 5 things of water right now. I'm looking for this cabinet over here, but it's dark and I can't see. I guess it's perfectly fine that I just drop 5 liters over here. I'll drink first so that I can see what we have remaining. But yeah, that'll put our weight well over the top of where we want it to be. So let's drop off. We'll leave 4 liters here for right now. We'll have like a nice little water supply waiting for us on the opposite end. We'll eat one of these deer meats real quick. Delicious venison. Be careful with meat in this game. Meat in this game can get you into trouble with bacteria. And actually, frankly, I don't know if we have any antibiotics. If you end up with a nasty case of something like... Oh, I don't know. If you end up with a nasty case of like food poisoning in this game, it can actually kill you pretty rapidly if you don't have antibiotics. So be careful about that. Be very careful about that. I'm not so convinced that antibiotics would actually hold in an environment like this. Antibiotics are really temperamental. I don't know if you guys know that about antibiotics, but antibiotics tend to denature and they tend to like freeze, and just cold and warm are not good for antibiotics. You don't want them to be in any extreme temperature because they tend to not work so great once they've been in an extreme temperature for a little while. We got a little bit of sunlight. I'll sleep for a couple more hours, and I think that's where I'm going to call this episode off. My name is Splattercat. Sorry for the wandering meandering here. If I had known that he was going to be, well... We had to hunt deer twice anyways because we didn't have the weight to carry it all with us. So frankly, it turned out probably like it would have in the first place anyways. But I will see you all in the next episode of The Long Dark. It's been really fun having you all here. Thank you for stopping on in. Hi do, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.